Cowboy Nation, y'all already know who it is. Welcome to the Gridiron Sports Podcast. I am your wonderful host, Cowboy Nation. And Cowboy Nation, I gotta give the front office their props. During the first wave of free agency, the Dallas Cowboys have not sat on their hands. They have made some very good moves, in my humble opinion. And this marked the second year that they have been proactive instead of reactive in free agency, baby. Now, notice I said this is the first wave of free agency, and we know what Jerry Jones loves. We know what he's sitting back waiting on, baby. This is what he's waiting on right here. Yes, sir, and yes, ma'am, ladies and gentlemen, the NFL draft will be April the 23rd, 2026, and that's about a month away. So this is, like I just previously stated, this is just the first wave of free agency, and one can argue that we still need to cross some T's and we still need to dot some I's. We do still have our reservations in the linebacker room. We still have our reservations in the rushing department on the defensive side of things. So we still got a couple of things we need to do. But the good part is, Cowboy Nation, we're not going to the draft on an empty stomach, and you don't want to go to grocery shopping on an empty stomach. You're going to go in there and grab everything you see. But now, somebody help me say now, but now we can go in and be strategic about what we're doing in the upcoming draft. Now, we still need the mindset of best player available. That is the mindset that you want. You want to get at least the first 100 players, somebody out of that bunch. Someone that won't take too long to develop, anywhere from 1 to 3 years to develop. And that's what you want. You want to get the best of the best, baby, coming out of the collegiate level. All right, Cowboy Nation, so let's take a look at what's been going on in the first wave of free agency, Cowboy Nation. And as you can see, we have made a plethora of moves. So let me read this off to you. The 2026 Dallas Cowboys Offseason is highlighted by defensive restructuring, featuring the trade acquisition of pass rusher Rashan Gary and signing key defensive backfield additions Jalen Thompson and Cobie Durant. The team retained key offensive line depth with Terence Steele and added O lineman Matt Hennessy. And here's the sad part: while trading away defensive tackle Osa Odighizuwa after giving him that nice size contract. And we all know why, and if you don't know why, we're just trying to clear up some cap space at this time. But one thing about it, I hate to get rid of good players, and I hate for good players to stay within our conference, even in our division. I just don't get it, Cowboy Nation. When you trade somebody away, don't trade them to the conference, trade them to another conference. Just trade them over to the AFC. Why Osa Odighizuwa is going to the 49ers? Your enemy, your opponent, your rivalry. You let people go over to Green Bay Packers, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Seattle Seahawks, and the Washington Commanders. Why are you doing that? The best thing to do is just trade them over to the AFC. Also, to clear up cap space, we let Logan Wilson go as well for more room, and we added in the linebacker room Tyrus Wheat, so he's back with the team. And for some reason, TJ Bass, Malik Davis, and Javonte Williams have been placed on injury reserve, so let's just keep an eye on that. Don't really know what's going on with that. But as I stated, Cowboy Nation, let's look into the second part of the free agency, and we'll just see what the Dallas Cowboys do once the draft is over with and we go into the second wave of free agency. Obviously, we still need another pass rusher on the opposite side, and one can argue we still have our reservations with the linebacker room as well. So Cowboy Nation, let's just sit back and see how this draft go. Sometimes you need to trade up, sometimes you need to trade down during the draft, but as long as we don't go on an empty stomach. So we have accomplished that. I am thoroughly impressed with the front office. I am thoroughly impressed with the new defensive coordinator, Christian Parker. He have made some moves with the front office to get his guys in, and the people he believes that can be the best defensive players for our team. Alright, Cowboy Nation, that's my time. Remember, let's keep our eyes open and our ears to the streets and look out for the draft as well as the second wave of free agency. Alright, Cowboy Nation, thank you for your time. Remember, Sharing is caring. Share this content. Make sure you give us the thumbs up, alright? Share it with a friend. Share it with a neighbor. Share it with a stranger. Share it with your significant other and even your enemy. And maybe, and just maybe, y'all might become cool after talking about the Dallas Cowboys and the NFL draft. DC for life.